Hello and welcome to this GiftWorks 2011 video. My name is Joe Mosier, and in this video I'm going to review the enhanced pledge payment options available in the 2011 version of GiftWorks. I've signed into my GiftWorks database. I'm going to select a donor, John Smith, and I'm going to go review a pledge that I've already set up ahead of time. In this case, the total amount of the pledge is $500, and I've set it up as 5 separate $100 payments due starting September 1st and running monthly. Let's assume that I've received a check from Mr. Smith in the amount of $300, and I want to apply that to the first 3 individual payments for this pledge. I can click the Apply Payment link next to each individual payment and apply them one at a time, but GiftWorks 2011 saves me data entry work by allowing me to do this in one step. I'm going to click Apply Payment next to the first payment. I'm going to enter the full amount that I received, $300. And now GiftWorks presents me with options. It tells me that I've received $300 and that the expected payment was $100 and asks me what I want to do with the $200 difference. I can increase the total pledge from $500 to $700, or I can elect to take this $300 amount, spread it across multiple scheduled payments, or combine multiple scheduled payments into one $300 payment. As I click on each option, GiftWorks expands the screen to provide me more details with how it will handle the choice that I've made. In this case, I want to spread the received amount of $300 across multiple scheduled payments for this pledge. I'm going to click Next. GiftWorks will automatically determine how many payments can be paid with the $300 that I've received and which payments will be affected. It shows me that it's going to apply the September 1st payment, expected $100, received $100, and the same for October and November. I click Next, and I can enter the details for this check. I can specify any additional options such as matching or receipting, and on the confirmation screen, GiftWorks shows me that I entered $300 for this pledge payment, that I elected to spread the received amount across multiple scheduled payments, that the following 3 payments are going to be affected, and by what amount. When I click Finish, you see that the first 3 payments in this scheduled pledge have been applied, and the final 2 payments are waiting to be applied at a later date. This saves a great deal of data entry time. I'm going to select a different donor, Susan Parker, who has a very similar pledge. And I'm going to show you a different option that we have added for GiftWorks 2011. In this case, again, I have 5 scheduled payments, $100 each, due monthly. I'm going to apply a payment, and again, she has provided the amount of $300, which will pay 3 scheduled payments. But in this case, I want to combine multiple scheduled payments into one and apply them as a single $300 payment. GiftWorks again determines how to take that $300 and apply it to however many payments that it can, in this case 3. Again, I'll enter the options for this check, any matching, receipting, etc. And on the summary screen it shows that I'm applying a payment of $300, that I've elected to combine as many payments as possible into a single payment of $300, and it shows me how many payments are affected and the details for each. When I click Finish, you see the results are that I no longer have 5 scheduled payments for this pledge. I have 3. One is already received for $300, and then I have my 2 remaining $100 payments for a total amount of $500. Again, this saves a lot of data entry time. I don't have to manually edit the pledge. I can just go in and apply it all at once, and GiftWorks will take care of the rest. I'm going to click a different donor, Larry Jones, who again has a very similar pledge, configured as 5 payments of $100 each. Receiving multiple payments is fairly simple, but what if you receive a payment that doesn't adequately cover all 3 payments? Say you receive less than the $100 that you expected, or more than 1 payment but less than 2, more than 2 payments but less than 3, etc. Again, in GiftWorks 2011, we've added flexible options to allow for quick and easy application of almost any scenario. For Mr. Jones, I've received a payment of $250, and I'm going to apply that to as many payments as possible at once. I'm going to click Apply Payment. I'm going to enter the received amount of $250. And when I click Next, again, GiftWorks tells me that I've received more than I expected and asks me how I want to handle that. I want to spread the received amount across multiple payments. There's a slight difference from our first example in that now GiftWorks has determined that it can apply the full $100 expected for the September payment, the full $100 expected for the October payment, but for the November payment, it expected $100, but only has $50 available, leaving a $50 balance. GiftWorks provides me with some options at the bottom of the screen for how I want to handle this $50 balance. I can decrease the total pledge by $50. I can increase the amount of the final payment by $50, which keeps the total overall pledge at $500. Or I have a new option to create an additional payment that didn't exist in the pledge before and specify what date that I want this new pledge payment to be due. I'm going to say that I want that pledge payment to be due on November 30th of 2010. Click Next. Enter the details of the $250 check that I received. Specify any matching or receipting options. And on the summary screen it shows I entered a payment of $250 for this pledge. I elected to spread that received amount across multiple scheduled payments, and it shows that it was able to apply $100 for the September payment, $100 for the October payment, and only $50 of the expected $100 payment in November, and that I elected to handle that balance by creating a new payment for $50 to be due at the end of November. When I click Finish, I see the results. These three payments were applied for $100 each for the two first payments, $50 for the third payment, and it has inserted a new payment for this pledge of $50 due on November 30th. This saves, again, a great deal of data entry time. No manual manipulation of the pledge is involved. GiftWorks 2011 handles the difficult tasks for you. The option to create a new pledge payment is also available if you were to receive less than the amount that you expected. So for this pledge payment, I expect $50, but if I received only $25, I could set up a new payment for the $25 balance. Having the option to create new payments on the fly in GiftWorks 2011 leads to one more exciting scenario. I'm going to select the donor, Brenda Richards, and in this case I'm going to create a new pledge. Brenda has promised to provide $5,000 by the end of this year. She has not specified how often she'll make payments or how many payments in total she'll make, only that she promises $5,000 to my organization by the end of 2010. So I'm going to create a pledge for $5,000 with one payment, and I'm going to specify that that payment is expected by the end of 2010 and click Next. So I have my pledge, one payment expected. Let's say I receive a payment of $1,500 from Brenda Richards. I click Apply Payment. I enter that $1,500 that I received, and GiftWorks asks me what I want to do based on the fact that the amount I entered is different than the amount expected. In this case, I want to create a new payment for the balance, and I want that payment to continue to be due on 12/31/2010, since I still expect the rest of the pledged amount by the end of this year. I click Next. I enter the details of the check that I received. The confirmation screen tells me that I expected $5,000 but received $1,500, and that I'm going to create a new payment for $3,500 due at the end of the year. I click Finish, and here are my results. The overall amount of the pledge, $5,000, remains the same, and I can continue to apply whatever payments that I receive from Brenda whenever I receive them, and can continue to create new payments for the balance in the same manner. And the end result is that I have a pledge structure that grows as needed as I receive the checks. and no manual manipulation of the pledge is required. I just apply the payment and tell GiftWorks that I wanted to go ahead and create a new payment due by the end of the year. The total overall value of this pledge is still $5,000, and it's still due by 12/31/2010. So you can see with GiftWorks 2011's enhanced pledge payment options, you have the flexibility and power to easily and accurately handle almost any pledge payment scenario. Thank you for viewing this GiftWorks 2011 video.